Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're taking out today a 1962 MGA Mark II, and this MGA is upfitted with a later model MGB running gear, 1800 motor, MGB overdrive transmission, side draft, MKII carburetor, alternator, oil cooler. If you haven't seen the previous video, go back and take a look at it. We'll give you a tour under the hood of this whole conversion and the differences too between a Mark II and a regular 1600 or other MGAs. But anyway, today's video is a driving video. So we're going to take this car on the road. We're going to operate the overdrive, which is electric, just like on a Healy with these MGB overdrive transmissions. I've got a secret switch. Maybe you can hear it right here. Pull it towards you. That engages the overdrive. We'll demonstrate it, and forward turns it off. Short throw shifter, a little bit shorter, much smoother than an MGA. You've got a synchronized first gear, which you don't have on the MGAs. I think they call that a crash box. So if you're rolling, you got a double clutch to get into first gear on the MGAs. MGB, everything's synchronized. So we just turn this on to start. I hear my fuel pump pumping. I always push it in the clutch even though I'm in neutral. Pull the start button, and she's running. Now this car also has a Monza exhaust system. A little bit different sound, a little more free